Friends, viewers, it's been a very long time, but welcome to the end of the world.
It is.
I don't at all feel fine.
The final day, Vanille will start to perform the soul song. The ritual will guide the souls of the living to the new world, but the burden will be too much for her. Vanille will
I'm
die.
okay with that, frankly.
But that can't happen, Kupo.
She's being used by the Order. She doesn't need to perform the soul song. She has the power to save
I think we
the
should
souls
just
of
go
the living
along
and
with
dead.
this.
Oh, does that mean she could save Sarah?
Well, remember, we can't go along with this because if she does, then it'll destroy Sarah's soul, and without Sarah's soul, then we can't harness the power of the chaos to fight God and
Himself wants Vanille to complete
something bad.
If I stop her, I'll be defying his will. Then I don't know what will
Well,
happen to
whatever.
Sarah.
I know what Sarah would say.
Let's just go and fight God. It's a JRPG, we all know where this is going.
Right. Help save all the souls.
I can't believe we're getting a pep talk
She's
from
always been
Mog.
like that. If someone needs saving, she just goes ahead and does it, no matter how dangerous it is to her.
Yeah, just like your big sister, Kupo. And that's why I'm worried about you too, Kupo.
Yes, Lightning, well known for just going and saving people, no matter how dangerous it is to her.
Lightning, that paragon of empathy.
Come back.
Oh yeah, this is like the dawn of the final day meme for you to use. Feel free to just screen cap that. Well, hey, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, apparently we just kind of slept for about 15 hours before we came down here, no big deal.
Lift your voices this prayer, children of the light. Come gather ye to the final place. Pray to the Savior, she heralds the end. Pray to God in all his great glory, for he builds a paradise anew.
Yeah, about that. We're having a real good time out here.
Yup, so at this point the chaos has actually just kind of taken over the entire city.
Ah, fuck you guys. This is good. This is fine.
It's the beginning of the end. Time has run out on this world, and there won't be any more tomorrows. Life and death are one and the same now. These are the dying moments, and soon, life will just come to a stop. They all have to die now. It's the only way they can reach the brave new world.
Alright, okay, I was with you for the first two
According
steps.
to the Order, salvation is a privilege reserved for a
You get
select
points
few.
for actually saying the phrase "Brave New World" in any
The people who
context
died
these
in the
days.
past are going to be erased forever, like they never
That's
existed.
how you do a
The
knowing
trouble
nod
is, though,
to the
souls of
notion that
dead
this
are
isn't
bound to
quite
the memories
right.
of the living. Because we remember them, they can survive in the chaos. We're custodians, and our job is to keep the flame of memory burning.
That's why the souls don't just melt into the chaos, because they're still remembered by us. They have an identity that keeps them alive.
But if we forget them, they're gone forever with no hope of coming back. And it works the other way, too. If the soul of a dead person is destroyed, then our memories of that person disappear, too. Gone from our minds.
If you
like they
change the
never
future,
were.
you change the past.
Imagine
I can't
forgetting
believe
anyone who once
they
lived.
somehow managed to work in changing the future, changes
Never.
changes the past again somehow.
That's
Just
exactly
once
what the
more.
Order is going to do with the
He
soul
just
song.
couldn't let it go.
Vanille has the power to summon all the souls to her. When she does, the Order will use the Clavis to destroy them. When it preaches purification, that's what the Order really means.
But why would they wipe out the past?
To get rid of all the sadness and uncertainty. All those regrets that hold us back and make us weak. They want us to start with a clean slate, so we can be strong in our bold new world. And you
So
know
yeah, in
what?
the end,
That's what God
just
wants to.
it all just comes down to the standard bullshit human emotion plotline again.
The Order's kept her in the dark. As far as she knows, she's just releasing the dead from their suffering.
God
She doesn't
damn it,
realize
Vanille.
that when she does this, not only will the dead disappear, but so will our memories of them.
Just keep me in your thoughts. Remember me. And we'll see each other again. No matter what happens to me.
See, Lightning's very slowly putting it all together.
Promise me, Lightning. Promise you'll remember me.
If this ritual happens as the Order wants, my memories of Sarah will disappear. And when that happens, I'll lose any hope I had of bringing her back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She'll be gone forever.
Then there's only one thing to do. I have to get into the cathedral and stop that ritual.
Which, you know, is what we set out here to do in the first place.
What are you doing?
Don't go!
I have to. I'm out of time.
Don't take everyone with
Anyway,
you.
now it's time to address this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what? Where did this come from?
Don't leave me all alone.
Yeah, did you think we weren't going to be dealing with Lumina?
So, you know, all things considered, really not an awful plot on God's part. You know, let Lightning go and save all the new worthy souls, and then destroy all the dead ones. She loses Sarah, which means at that point she forgets she ever existed, and really, everybody kind of goes home happy.
And we get to populate the brave new world with awesome worthy souls like the lady who was actually a chocobo, and the guy who wanted to impress the girl who had like a jillion adornments, and Chef Arias, and you know, I'm sure there were some good ones in there somewhere.
But yeah, so these are the final two garbs in the game.
They are profoundly underwhelming.
Because I don't really know why they're here, for being honest, because they're really not worth using, especially now, but...
Yeah. I mean, now everyone acknowledges us as a savior.
I have strict orders not to let anyone in, no matter who they might be. I am to use any means to strike down anyone who would interfere with the sacred rites.
Mate, we've been able to chump you for the whole game. Yeah, see?
You die.
Do your worst. Look around us, would you? It's the end of the world, and we're all dead anyway. Or didn't you notice? We've been waiting hundreds of years for this day to come. We will gladly give up our lives for God. For God Almighty!
Aren't you supposed to, like, charge when you say that?
So... yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time that we're actively fighting the sentries.
We could have fought them anytime we wanted.
Right, yeah, we could have, but this is the first time they're actively required, and, they'll kind of fuck you up.
But they get confused when they get staggered.
Time you met your maker.
Yes, they do get confused, and that helps, but there's 4 of them, and they're fairly spread out, if we're being honest.
So, Ultima.
It's pretty solid.
It eats your AP. It does a chunk of damage. Any questions? Honestly, I'm a fan of it as like castable Ultimas in Final Fantasy go.
Yeah, it definitely serves its purpose as far as fucking things up real good.
Ultima usually falls into a bit of a trap in these games because it's quite hard to balance something that you've sold up as being the ultimate magic spell, especially when you've got to, you know, balance it around your regular magic spells that you can just beef up with hella stats, or, you know, your regular physical attack, which is probably doing 9999 all the time anyway. So, you know, good on this game for actually managing it. Sort of.
Yeah, Ultima has something ridiculous, like a 10 times magic multiplier on it, so... Like, you would have to be profoundly overpowered for Ultima to not be pretty ridiculous.
You know, for some reason you can grind all these generic unkillable monsters outside here.
I mean, really, I was just trying to buy another X potion since I used one there, and then
Ah, fuck it.
they spawned right next to the guy, and I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the whole deal where this place has been here all along, and you can walk right up to it, and you can go visit Vanille here. You know, environments in a video game. I like them. Yeah, that's what the last guy said.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that maybe the Order is the bad guys.
The Shadow Hunter! Here?
Hey.
You're the servant of God. Aren't you supposed to be on the Order's side?
I'm not a servant of these fanatics. They want to go through with their damn ritual, and I'm here to stop them. If that means a fight, so be it.
But the ritual is God's plan, right? You're going to defy him as well?
Yeah, maybe I am.
That's a hell of an admission.
Do you care?
God brought you back to save souls and show them the way to the new world. It's a sacred mission. And there's only one thing in the world that would make you turn your back on it. Lightning. I know why you're going to betray God. You think you can save Sarah?
Wait, they're together!
I like how it took them until literally right now to realize that, wait, they're not trying to kill each other.
Man, maybe they thought that he was going to try to use words to stop her. Because, you know, that's worked out so well for them. Anyway, good luck with that, Noel.
You say, yeah, no, I'm definitely getting the feeling that, the Order are the good guys here. I mean, nobody would keep these kind of monsters around and be evil.
Even for the greater good. Anyway, welcome to the endgame area.
I promise I won't let your wishes die here.
It's really not that long. This is kind of a formality. It's just that it's a short little area, and it's an excuse to put a couple enemies past the end, the point of no return.
Yeah, you can extinct most of the things here. Although you still have to go to some bother to get some of them to come out so you can extinct them, but
I have to make it.
Thankfully, the numbers aren't particularly high. It's like, the monkeys have 30, those weird, like, chimera things up at the, that Noel was fighting. There's only 15 of those, and I believe there's 30 of the other enemy we'll see.
The end is close.
more importantly, some of the enemies that you fight here are kind of motherfuckers of the First Order.
Eager to die.
Kind of, you say?
You know, maybe just a little bit. I mean, you can be like a little bit obliterated, right?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. That was heavy guarded, slightly imperfectly.
That was heavy guarded through my physical immune garb.
Time to mix it up.
Yeah. These guys they get buffed and then they punch you real hard.
So, this is the real thing that I hate about these guys, is that after you kill their little friends, they just sit there and spam ruin go. Over, and over, and over. But, you know, 2 can play that game.
Fate is what it is.
Really, that guy ate an ultimate pretty well, all told. So yeah, this is like, yeah, you can either guard Ruinga perfectly, or you can't.
Honestly, I've never seen a point to trying to guard like Ruinga perfectly, like, because like, the timing on the first hit is so weird that at that point you might as well just get the guard up and eat like half the damage.
Squeenix have never really got the hang of having parry and guard mechanics in their game that always feel fair and possible. Like, you know, let me make this comparison for the jillionth fucking time. It's no platinum parry. It's just like they have this idea of like, hey, you should be able to perfectly block attacks, but without any notion of making it reliable or easily learnable or, you know, any of that good game design shit. Anyway, these guys look like gaunts.
I was gonna say, so how do you like gaunts?
I do not like gaunts. I don't think anybody likes gaunts.
Okay, but what if there was a gaunt that just spanned element and elementa and could cast Faith on itself at any time?
I'd say that sounds like a crock of shit.
Well, do I have an enemy for you?
Fantastic. And it's got regen. Like, this just gets better and better.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't do a whole lot beyond that.
You say that as Wings of Judgment happens.
But, like I said, that's just a bunch of ruins. It's not really that big of a deal, but yeah, so that's pretty much the game plan. He'll cast Faith on himself, and then he'll fuck your day up.
Yeah. Honestly, this seems like a pretty good time to be breaking out the Unigarb and just countering his magic spam with your own ridiculous magic spam. But hey, at least you can fuck him up when he's staggered. Hey!
Oh, yeah. And he does that.
Well, at least you've got a fuck it button.
The end is close.
Yeah. Yeah, the enemies here are a bit kind of fuckers.
Well, it's the end of the game. Like, you gotta admit, it's nice when games actually make the end game stuff feel worthy of the designation. Because too many RPGs fall into this trap of it. You've got the end game critical path stuff, and then you've got the bullshit optional dungeon stuff. And one of them is hyped up as being like, you know, the ultimate stuff, and then isn't. You know, it's just nice to not have that disconnect.
From the looks of this.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, like, you can see the trouble that I'm having, and I am literally maxed out on everything. And it's like, if you didn't do all of the things that I did, and you were coming into this with, like, maybe only having killed a couple last ones, and not having done all the side quests, or, you know, maybe most of them, but not all of them, like, I can't even imagine how much trouble you would be having here.
Like, this, it definitely could be balanced a bit better. I mean, like, it just seems like it would have been nice to have generally a shorter critical path, but one that's easy to repeat, one that you can repeat to train up on. Yeah, but you know, you go too far down that path, and you end up just literally back at actual Majora's Mask. So yeah, the comparison only gets you so far. Hi, Fang.
Well, it's just a regular old party down here, isn't there?
I mean, you know, I don't hate Fang. I'm entirely pleased to have more Fang in this game here at the end.
So, the Chimera. He is completely immune to wind and electricity.
Sounds right.
You get 2 guesses as to what my garbs are spec'd for.
But you know, you can kind of read them off the screen, so...
So, yeah, unfortunately, the first half of this fight is very, very slow, because I'm relying on Fang to do most of the staggering.
You probably should have respec'd a bit. I mean, this isn't the best time to be going with single element garbs anyway. I always came in here with Elementa.
At any rate, the gimmick with these guys is that after you do enough damage to the heads, it'll retract, and then they will be weak to that element instead of immune to it. So that's the point at which we can finally make some magic happen.
And hey, Fang was nice enough to help you stagger D-shell it.
So yeah, thankfully there's only 15 of those fuckers. Only.
Yeah. Definitely should probably respec. You know, just a thought.